As Jesus walked along, he saw a man blind from birth. His disciples asked him, "Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" Jesus answered, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned. He was born blind so that God's works might be revealed in him. We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world." When he had said this, he spat on the ground and made mud with the saliva and spread the mud on the man's eyes, saying to him, "Go, wash in the pool of Siloam," which means sent. Then he went and washed and came back able to see. The neighbors and those who had seen him before as a beggar began to ask, "Is this not the man who used to sit and beg?" Some were saying, "It is he." Others were saying, "No, but it is someone like him." He kept saying, "I am the man." But they kept asking him, "Then how were your eyes opened?" He answered, "The man called Jesus made mud, spread it on my eyes, and said to me, 'Go to Siloam and wash.' Then I went and washed and received my sight." They said to him, "Where is he?" He said, "I do not know." They brought to the Pharisees the man who had formerly been blind. Now it was a Sabbath day when Jesus made the mud and opened his eyes. Then the Pharisees also began to ask him how he had received his sight. He said to them, "He put mud on my eyes, then I washed, and now I see." Some of the Pharisees said, "This man is not from God, for he does not observe the Sabbath." But others said, "How can a man who is a sinner perform such signs?" And they were divided. So they said again to the blind man, "What do you say about him? It was your eyes he opened." He said, "He is a prophet." The Jews did not believe that he had been blind and had received his sight until they called the parents of the man who had received his sight and asked them, "Is this your son, who you say was born blind? How then does he now see?" His parents answered, "We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But we do not know how it is that he now sees, nor do we know who opened his eyes. Ask him, he is of age. He will speak for himself." His parents said this because they were afraid of the Jews, for the Jews had already agreed that anyone who confessed Jesus to be the Messiah would be put out of the synagogue. Therefore his parents said, "He is of age, ask him." So for the second time they called the man who had been blind, and they said to him, "Give glory to God, we know that this man is a sinner." He answered, "I do not know whether he is a sinner. One thing I do know, that though I was blind, now I see." They said to him, "What did he do to you? How did he open your eyes?" He answered, "And I have told you already, and you would not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you also want to become his disciples?" Then they reviled him, saying, "You are his disciple, but we are disciples of Moses. We know that God has spoken to Moses, but as for this man, we do not know where he comes from." The man answered, "Here is an astonishing thing. You do not know where he comes from, and yet he opened my eyes. We know that God does not listen to sinners, but he does listen to the one who worships him and obeys his will. Never since the world began has it been heard that anyone opened the eyes of a person born blind. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing." They answered him, "You were born entirely in sins, and are you trying to teach us?" And they drove him out. Jesus heard that they had driven him out, and when he found him, he said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man?" He answered, "And who is he, sir? Tell me, so that I might believe in him." Jesus said to him, "You have seen him, and the one speaking with you is he." He said, "Lord, I believe," and he worshipped him. Jesus said, "I came into this world for judgment, so that those who do not see may see, and those who do see may become blind. Some of the Pharisees near him heard this and said to him, "Surely we are not blind, are we?" Jesus said to them, "If you were blind, you would not have sinned. But now that you say, 'We see,' your sin remains." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
In western North Carolina, there is a mountain stream where you can sit under a waterfall. We found it one day. You really have to see it to believe it. We were creek walking, some college friends, and there in the middle of this white water stream was a rock that came off like this. It made a little waterfall, no more than knee-high. It seemed like nothing at first, but then we noticed that it looked like there was a pocket of air right there under that waterfall. You could actually crouch down, push yourself back under the waterfall, and you'd completely disappear from view. Underneath the waterfall, you would be reclined in this little hollow of air with the water rushing just in front of your face. Well, this is what we did in college for fun, I guess. But it really was quite exhilarating to go underneath that waterfall. But try to imagine convincing someone else to go under for the first time. "What do you mean I can sit under that waterfall and still breathe in there?" they'd say. "Well, there's this little hollow of space where you can recline," you would explain. "It's really amazing." "Oh, but I don't understand," they'd say. "How is that possible?" "Well, I can't explain it. You just have to see it to believe it." Seeing is believing. That's what we say about those situations in life that are hard to believe, hard to understand, things that you really have to just experience. Seeing is believing. That's the takeaway from this story in John's Gospel. In order to believe in Jesus, you have to see him. And in order to see him, well, you really have to believe. This is a story about a man born blind who receives sight from Jesus. In an act of mercy, Jesus frees this man from physical blindness, changes his life. But this is also a story about the ability and the willingness of people to see Jesus, to really see him, to see who he is, where he comes from, and why they should believe in him. Consider the cast of characters in this elaborate story. A blind man, friends and neighbors, parents, and the religious leaders. Now, who would you expect would be the ones to best understand who Jesus is and what God is doing through him? Who should really see? Well, the religious leaders, right? So steeped in the law and the tradition, if anyone should recognize the presence of God and the coming of God's Messiah, it should be the ones trained to do so. But they don't. And who sees Jesus, understands him, believes in him instead? A blind man. The one who could not see at all, and yet sees clearly. This is what happens over and over again in the story of Jesus. The most qualified and credentialed people don't receive him. They turn away. But the least worthy, the least likely are the ones who are found and transformed by Jesus. Jesus judged the man born blind to be worthy of this healing. He needed to be healed, and so Jesus healed him, revealing the works of God. But his healing created quite a stir, causing the religious leaders to push him out and turn on him. That's why Jesus found him again, so that he could really see, with his eyes opened and his life transformed, he was now ready to believe. This story, the story about the man born blind who received sight from Jesus, in the ancient church, it was apparently a story read often on the occasion of a baptism. It must have been that for the earliest Christians, they heard in this story some sort of allusions to the way God's works are revealed in the sacrament of holy baptism. In the story, there's the washing in the pool of water. Well, that sounds like baptism, but more than that, there is this relationship between seeing and believing, between being transformed by Jesus and believing in Jesus. That's what we confess God does in baptism, after all. God transforms us through Jesus so we can believe. Today we welcome Marielle Wingard into the family of God through baptism. It's not because she is the most qualified or credentialed that we are doing this. We are baptizing Marielle because we believe God has judged her worthy to receive this means of grace. Soon she will join the cast of characters who have gone under these holy waters. In our own little pool of Siloam right here, God will wash her with love. And from here, she will be sent to live with eyes and heart open to Jesus. Now, if she was old enough to say so, she might object. What do you mean you're going to pour water on me? Well, there is this life in Jesus that you are going to be a part of. It's amazing. I don't understand, she might say. How is that possible? Well, we can't explain it. You just have to see it.